Hey everybody, this is Sean V. Bradley, president of Dealer Synergy and the creator of the Millionaire Car Salesman Group. So hope everybody's doing well. I know some of you are actually in San Francisco for NADA. Me and Karen are flying out tomorrow morning, or actually, mid-afternoon. We're flying out to San Francisco, so it's going to be a long flight. But I figured I'm going to go in tonight and basically kind of go over some pretty advanced tips on, YouTube and video and things like that. So for the people that haven't heard me talk about video in a while or ever, I want to go over some basic information. So there's a gentleman named Dr. McQueevy from Forrester Research. He says that 1 minute of video is equivalent to roughly about 1.8 million written words. So I'm going to repeat that. 1 minute of video is equivalent to roughly about 1.8 million written words. And so Cisco had said that they predict by the end of 2019, approximately, that roughly, they're saying that almost 90% of user internet content on the internet is going to be video. So the whole world is video, 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 video. Human beings prefer to watch video more than reading, writing, texting, talking on the phone, whatever. Video, 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 video consumption. There's a science of communication where, people say that 50% of communication, actually strike that, 55% of communication is visual perception, body language. 38% of communication is sound and inflection. Only 7% of communication is text of the words we use. So you got to realize that emails and text messages, they only have about a 7% of communication that's comprehended, conveyed, articulated, understood, get excited about. See, with video, you've got sight, sound, motion, and emotion. So again, that's sight, sound, motion, and emotion. Now, in addition to human beings prefer video than any other, medium, the search engines prefer video more than any other medium. Google's algorithms show that video is way, way more valuable of content than, let's just say, an image or, static text or a regular website. So I'm going to kind of show you guys this as promised. So I have a bunch of different channels. So if you just look at my stuff online, if you go to YouTube and just type in Dealer Synergy or Sean V. Bradley, there are, I think I have like 7 or 8 different YouTube channels. But the main one is Sean V. Bradley TV. So again, it is youtube.com/Sean V. Bradley TV. All that extra stuff is because I'm in the back end, but the URL is again www.youtube.com/Sean V. Bradley TV. Now, I haven't updated the back end in a little bit, but I want to just kind of share with you right here, starting with the fact that I've got 11,646 subscribers. I do very little, if anything at all, to turn around and get any subscribers or views. I just do everything organically. So now, what I want to do is this. I'm going to turn around and go into my channel analytics. But just so you turn around and you guys see where I'm doing this, I'm going to go into the YouTube Studio, which is, I have the beta version right here that's open instead of the classical. Now, watch. When I go in, again, I'm going to turn around and go right over here to analytics. So this is still my thing, right? Okay, so I'm going to go to analytics. I click on the analytics and check this out. I'm going to turn around and go all the way over here. And instead of going to the last 28 days, I'm going to go into the lifetime. See, it's really quick. Lifetime of the channel. And this is where it gets crazy, guys. Okay, bam. So if you're looking at this, I've got over 19.2 minutes, 19.2 million minutes that are watched on here. I got over 3.7 million views, and it's as you saw, 11,646 subscribers. So when we go into here, when we go into reach views, this is kind of crazy, okay? So reach views, what I want to be able to do, interest viewers, okay? So there's a lot of misinformation. So do you see this right here? Out of all that stuff, my average duration, that people watch my videos for is about 5 minutes and 15 seconds. So let me explain this right here. A lot of people have misinformation because they don't know what they're doing. So they spread misinformation out there. So there's a lot of people say that, oh, you need to get your videos to be under 3 minutes, or you need to be under 2 minutes. Really? That's bullshit. Just so you know, if you look at the data from like eMarketer or any type of these video research sites, that actually track data. You can just Google this stuff just to let you understand, is that every year the watch time increases. I don't have the data for 2019 because it just turned 2019, but I'm going to tell you this. Maybe years ago, the attention span was so much lower, with it being, maybe like a minute or 60 seconds, 90 seconds or whatever it is. But the reality is this, is that people are so used to video. I mean, I'm on my iPhone 10 right here and I'm streaming on Facebook. So you got to think of between Netflix, Hulu, HBO on demand, all these things. People are so used to consuming, video. They're actually, so consumed of having 3 or 4 different screens, from iPads, laptops, desktops, TV, all operating at once and multitasking. My point being is that, the data doesn't lie. Out of 19.2 million minutes watched, the average length is about 5 minutes and 15 seconds. So again, don't feel that it's short. Now look at this right here. These are just some of my top, videos that I have that are in here. How to work a car deal, automotive sales training, 9.4 million views. How to sell, 30 plus cars a month. 823,000. Okay, I want to shop around objections, 799,000. General sales manager gives strategic advice. One of my interviews that I did with the GM, 600,000. Automotive sales manager trains with Sean Bradley, 417,000 minutes watched. Do you understand that? Right there alone, that one video, I have 9.4 million, minutes watched on that. And so the reason why that I'm sharing this with you is that, so many times I walk into dealerships and, unfortunately, salespeople and even dealerships don't realize how important video is. Everybody's running around, Facebook and social media and this and that and doing Facebook ads, and that's great. But guess what? Videos could be completely free. If you learn the simple tactics on how to, do what's called video search engine optimization, and there is an art to, video search engine optimization, just like there's an art to traditional search engine optimization, there's absolutely an art to video search engine optimization. Now, I'm going to turn around and just show you just a couple quick things over here, like, kind of toys. So this is like the home office, that's the kind of stuff that's set up. Now, I want to just share with you, again, I turn around and I might be like this because I really don't care. Because like I said, I got like 9 million views. If I want to have a shaky thing, I could give a shit. You know what I mean? But if you're trying to build your brand and start getting, good quality videos and all that stuff, you might want to turn around and invest, in one of these tripods. It's really simple. You could go to Amazon and whatever, but again, it's not that big a deal. And it could be, formed, so you could turn around and shape it. You could wrap it around stuff. But the big thing is this. Now, this is not, we don't use this phone anymore. I think this is for my 5-year-old that he uses, but, but again, it's really simple. You have the ability to turn around and have like Bluetooth remote access, to either turn on the camera or turn on the video, shut off the camera, shut off the video. So again, something like this for every single salesperson. Forget about the damn internet department or the BDC. Having a tripod is really important. You could use it as a monopod to be able to hold things like this, as you see here. Right? I could do walk around presentations like this. Now, obviously there's those selfie sticks and all that other stuff, but again, I'm just saying this is really simple. This is like freaking, less than 20 bucks, on Amazon Prime. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you, which is a little bit more expensive, this is really kind of cool. This is, a stabilizer with remote access. So let me turn around and try to put this down really quick here, right? Now I'm going to get the example camera that you see here. and then I could turn around and put this into here. Now, again, this camera doesn't fit this phone the right way. This is a much smaller phone, but as you can imagine, this is just like this is like a stabilizer. And again, when you have real like video production equipment, you know, again, there's different types of mount, different types of devices that you could use. What I kind of like about this one, and again, it's not even turned on though. Let's see if I can turn on and put this. I don't want to drop the phone, but again, so now it's on here. I could turn around and use the directional to move this. I could move this way, inside and out. And again, this is really freaking amazing if I'm gonna do, there you go, see that? So I'm gonna turn around and it's going. But you could turn around and use something like this. I'm gonna shut this off because I'm trying to, it's kind of crazy doing a demo on this, you know, with the cell phone. But the whole objective is something like this would be freaking amazing to, you know, do things like, you know, absolutely walk around comparisons on a vehicle. You know, again, it's going to be able to stabilize, you know, the shot. It's going to be able to keep it level, those type of things. And with the remote control access, you could move the camera multiple angles, just like a professional, you know, again, video production company. I own a major video production company called Dealer Video Production. So obviously this is like for personal use, but this is when we have our big $12,000, $15,000, you know, video cameras with the lenses and stuff like that. You have these different types of rigs or mounts or things that are going to be able to, you know, obviously increase the production quality. So again, testimonials, walkarounds, comparisons, interviews, yada, yada, yada. Now, another thing I'm going to show you, and people might not believe this because I'm always holding my phone, because I've got the pop sockets. So like right now I have my fingers in behind on the pop sockets, but this is actually a really cool one because I have a Levante SUV, and you can't just have one of the regular mounts that just mounts onto the you know, the vent or to the dashboard. It just won't work. But having something like this, I could turn around, I have a directional that I could turn around and go. And that way, again, you know, I see sales professionals when they're doing, you know, test drives, or they have like, you know, some people have these dashboard, you know, diaries and these video testimonials. I mean, like, again, from, you know, being able to be in the vehicle, you know, doing a test drive, and you're explaining the vehicle, the sound of the vehicle, what you're feeling, what you're thinking as you're touching it, boom, you could have this here without risking, you know, danger. You know what I'm saying? Again, so these are little things. What I'm going to tell you, one of the best things that I ever did was get, you know, a lavalier microphone. Now, again, depending on what type of phone it is, obviously this phone it doesn't have the right adapter. Actually, it does right here. So this is kind of cool. So this is an older phone. This is not going to work on the new iPhone. So you just need the adapter. But just like this, now I have, you know, and actually very, very, very good quality. Now, if I was going to do this the right way, I would put it inside here, and I would kind of hide it. But now, again, if this is on a mount or whatever it is, this is just my cell phone. But with the current technology from Apple's and Samsung's, you know, today, you know, guys, ladies, gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, you've got 4K. You know, you're streaming, you're shooting in 4K. I highly recommend that, you know, you all, if you're in sales, you're internet, BDC, digital marketing, you absolutely should get the 1-2 terabytes or whatever it is from Apple, so you could back up, you know, because if you have like a small phone or very little memory, if you're shooting in 4K, that's going to eat up, you know, space really quick. So I have like I literally have over 22,000 images and I think like 5,000 videos, some of them like 40 minutes long. I'm shooting in 4K, no bullshit. But I have like whatever the biggest, you know, memory and spaces on my iPhone 10. And then on top of that, I got, you know, back up into the cloud, another 1 or 2 terabytes, whatever the max, you know, I paid like $10 a month or $9.99 a month in. But do you see this right here? This is all that you need to be able to shoot amazing footage. Now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to show you a couple other things that you could just do from Amazon. So from Amazon, I'm just going to open up a new window. Okay. So going to Amazon, all I'm going to do is just type in some basic things. So watch this, you know, iPhone video stabilizer. Okay, so you see this, or iPhone video rig. So now you could just get stupid with this thing. So again, look at this stuff that they have here, you know, for iPhones. I mean, like, this is some pretty crazy shit. You know, I like this one a lot. I was looking at this, you know, before. It's a smartphone video rig with a mount stabilizer. And then they have like videos on it. So I'm just gonna show you this right here. This is what I do. I kind of just go online and I'm gonna just press play, watch the video.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna show you how
And fast forward.
is the Bluency smartphone video rig. This is right here. 3.1 adapters
and so forth. And then you got to just find the rig that's best for you, you know, for what you're trying to do. You might not need all this crazy stuff, but again, they've got lightings that you see that are on top of here. I mean, that's pretty simple right there. But again, lighting and audio is the two most important things that you need to focus on. Again, lighting. So just having like light is really important, you know, and audio sound. This is like a little boom mic right there. And again, you could have your own production studio, whether you're doing, again, walk around, comparison videos, how-to videos, you're doing interviews, you're doing, you know, best practices, you're doing video emails, you're doing video text messages, you're doing whatever, video search engine optimization, creating video content for social media, creating video content for your salesperson website, video. Now, the other thing that I would do is there's a company, if you guys don't know, if you're called B&H, this is what my major national company that we have a whole staff of video production on, check this out, is B&H. Okay, so B&H is like, you know, really professional quality. You know, this is for video and photography. And again, what you can turn on and do is I'm just gonna go in here and type in step and repeat, and it might not be able to get it here, but I could just Google it, okay? Yeah, it's not gonna be here. I'm just gonna have to just go to Google, not a big deal. So I'm just gonna go to this real quick, here. Okay, so check this out, guys. Okay, so you can find any company, display it. You know, I've seen, you know, some dealerships that have this, but look at this. This is 88 bucks. You know, again, my daughter just started, you know, T's got your keys, or get your keys from T, sorry. You know, that's her hashtag is get your keys from T, and then it's tgotyourkeys.com. We're going to get her a step and repeat. So all this is basically a backdrop and a stand. Do you see this? So if you have, like, if you are Frank Trinity, Frank has one of these. So I'm gonna just kind of show you Frank right here. You don't want to, you know, you don't want to emulate, you know, people that are not doing things. So if you just go to someone like Frank, I love showing Frank stuff to my dealers because, you know, he's really successful. You know, he sells 100 cars a month. And look at this. Here you go. There goes his step and repeat. You see this? So this is a salesperson that sells 100 cars a month. He's got his own red carpet. He's got his own, you know, backdrop. And then I think he's got, like, I'm going to show you the photos of his. And I know that he's got, like, the velvet ropes. I've seen it before. So let's go. I don't see him out right now. We'll find it. There you go. So then he's got the sign over here, you know, that he has. But if you take a look at this, you know, every salesperson, in my opinion, should have have a backdrop like this. It's really freaking cheap. You know, put your logo on there. So again, if it's, you know, Jeff Cormier from Liberty Ford in Ohio, if it's just ask for Jeff, if it's, you know, buy it, you know, from, you know, buy it from Julio, or, you know, if it's Mel sells cars, if it's whatever. These are just basic things that are these are what I call tradecraft. So if you've got like these accessories that are here, whether they're, again, car mounts, they're, you know, lavalier microphones that you could hook up to your cell phone, whether they're tripods, whether they're stabilizers, whether they're, you know, the blue, podcast type mics. You see these mics right here? You want to be able try to create the best quality content. You know, you've heard before that content is king. I think that good content is king. Crappy content, it's like saying practice makes perfect. No, practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. And it's the same thing here. It's not that content is king. Good, relevant content. Strike that. Great, relevant content, amazing content, content that's got great visuals, content that's got great, audio, great sound, great lighting. These things are really important. And if you think about it, this is a little bit deeper on the optimization level, and I talk about this in my book, which I wrote years ago, but it's still relevant. There is, speech recognition technology, folks. I mean, you know this from Siri for years and years and years, Amazon Alexa, Google Home and all this other stuff. If you're outside and it's windy and it's crazy out there, how is the audio recognition going to kick in? The speech recognition, the audio recognition going to kick in? It's not going to very well. That's why having directional microphones, microphones period, that are whether they're the boom mics, the little shock mics, the lavalier mics, these things need to be a necessity in any professional type of sales consultant or internet department or BDC, in my opinion. And then the same thing for the visuals. Again, you know that if you have crappy lighting and you upload a video to Facebook, an image to Facebook, it might not recognize that person. It says you could tag this person, tag that person. It learns. It's called pattern recognition, facial recognition. But if you've got, too much light or not enough light, it's not going to click in. So the two basic Forrest Gump tips are: make sure you have good quality audio, good quality lighting, and then try to stage the environment. Now, I'm seeing like more and more salespeople that are trying to generate prospects. More and more salespeople are trying to turn around and, not have to depend on fresh ups, internet ups, BDC ups. They want to try to, drive as much traffic as they can. And they're spending, some salespeople are spending money on a website. They're doing this and they're doing that. But guess what? Videos are free. Again, I'm shooting this video without a tripod, without a mic, without any of that stuff for a reason, to show you that you don't have to do it that way. I'm just trying to show you that there is a way that you could have better quality content. The next thing I want to kind of share with you, and I'm going to kind of wrap this part up, is I want you all to understand that every salesperson should have their own YouTube channel, okay? Because if you want the most amount of views on your individual video, part of the YouTube and Google algorithm is not just, how can you get that video optimized the right way, or, get syndicated the right way, or whatever it is that you might think. Part of the algorithm is the overall channel itself. For example, if NBC network sucked, it doesn't really matter if it's a really good show sometimes, because if it's a channel you're never going to turn around and scroll through or flip on because it's just a shitty station, even if it's got a good show, you're probably never going to know because you're not going to watch it. It's the same type of concept. If you think of YouTube as the network, your personal network, if you owned your own, broadcast network like NBC, ABC, CNN, whatever, right? Then you got to think of each video, metaphorically speaking, like its own show, okay? And so one way to get more views, literally, is by having a better station. So you want to turn around and make sure that you put a lot of effort into setting up your YouTube channel the right way. I mean, YouTube and Google create a complete checklist and guidelines on how to actually set up your YouTube channel the right way, with content, with the URL, with subscribers, with, requirements, with channel art, with, links, all this type of stuff. You want to create the best channel. You want to have not a random, YouTube channel. You want to have a purpose. So if I was a salesperson and it's like, Sean sells cars, that's a crappy name for me. You know what I mean? It's, Sean sells cars though, but that was it. It's youtube.com/, Sean sells cars. All right. I would need to come up with a strategy of what's the purpose of my television network, metaphorically speaking? What's the strategy of my YouTube, channel? And it might be something like this. Hey folks, my name is Sean Bradley. I've been in the automotive industry for literally 20 years. I love cars and everything related to automotive sales, servicing, financing, etc. So what you're gonna find here on my channel is everything from, reviews. I'm gonna give you my 20 years of automotive expertise on different types of vehicles. On new cars, on pre-owned cars, I'm gonna review them. I'm gonna compare them against their natural competitors, identify the strengths and weaknesses, that type of stuff. In addition to that, you're gonna find like hacks. How can you turn around and get more mileage, for your car? How could you turn around and winterize your car? I'm gonna give you all hacks, tips, best practices, for maintaining your vehicle. I'm gonna, show you how to turn around, and if you wanna trade in your car, how to get the most for your trade. If you wanna buy a vehicle, how to get the absolute best deal, for your vehicle. I'm gonna teach you the difference between a lease and a finance, the difference between a pre-owned versus certified pre-owned. I'm gonna, give you all the how-tos on how to set up, your satellite radio, Bluetooth. And again, I'm rambling, but because I'm trying to train you, not actually shoot the real video. But I would have a purpose of what's there. And I might turn around and at first, until I got into rhythm with it, only do it maybe X amount of times a week. Then I might turn around and have, Tuesdays, tips on maintenance or whatever, or, Wednesdays might be, service stuff. Fridays might be financing Fridays or credit Fridays, or you see what I'm saying? Like I might have content that is going to be there. I didn't turn around and start with 9 million, views on my content. If you look at my stuff, I've been publishing videos on YouTube for 11 years now. 11 years I've got content on there. So I've got over 8,000 free videos or more at this point. I lost count. At least 8,000 that I know for sure that are for free. I've got multiple YouTube channels. I got multiple Vimeo channels too. And so my point being here is that, and I'm not even selling cars, man. You guys have a way bigger audience than I do. I mean, there's a kid named Ryan's Toys. He's a 7-year-old kid, and in 2018, he made $22 million reviewing toys on YouTube. The year before that, when he was 6 years old, he made $11 million. So in 2 years, a 7-year-old kid made $33 million reviewing freaking toys on YouTube. So, I mean, just think about it. You could turn around and be reviewing, again, there's just so much stuff that you could turn around and do, if you're consistent with it. Video, in my opinion, should be even more of a strategy than social media. I'm not saying social media is not important, but content's important. If you think about it, if you've got the right content, you could syndicate the content across social platforms, websites, email marketing, video email, video text messaging, your CRM, your data mining, equity mining, etc. Content will dramatically be able to help. And in addition to that, the optimization factor for video is way more powerful than anything else. So I know for some people, this is a lot of information, but that's why it's in this group and you could rewind it. I hope that you all got some cool nuggets out of this. Again, this is Sean V. Bradley, the orange tie guy, or today the orange collar guy from Dealer Synergy, and the Millionaire Car Salesman, talking about video, YouTube, optimization, and some tradecraft tips and secrets. If you've got any questions, just do me a favor and put them in the comments. Take care.